Hey there, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to jump right in and tackle one of the most common puzzles in English, how to talk about the future. We're going to unlock the three main ways to do it so you can feel way more confident and precise when you think. You know that feeling when you're stuck, wondering if you should use will or going to or maybe something else? Well, trust me, you are not alone. It's a tricky little area, but by the end of this explainer, I promise it's all gonna click. Okay, so let's look at our first example here. When you hear, "I will help you," how does that feel to you? It sounds like a sudden offer, doesn't it? A decision made right on the spot. Okay, just hang on to that thought for a second. All right, now what about this one? Feels different, right? This sounds way more like a plan, something that the person has already thought about. This definitely isn't something they just thought of. And then there's this last one. Now this feels rock solid. It sounds like an appointment, something that's locked in the calendar, a totally fixed arrangement. Okay, so you've got an offer, a plan, and an arrangement. Three different sentences, three different feelings about the future. You can see how it's kind of a puzzle, right? Let's solve this thing together, piece by piece. And you know, the best way to solve any puzzle is to have the right tools. I want you to think of these three future forms as three essential tools in your toolkit. Once you know which tool is for which job, talking about the future, well, it gets a whole lot easier. All right, tool number one, will. I want you to think of will as your go-to tool for anything that's unplanned, totally spontaneous. It's the one you grab when something just pops up. So you're going to use will for decisions you make right there on the spot, in the moment you're speaking. It's also perfect for making promises or just general predictions, when you don't really have any proof. And of course, for making those quick offers to help someone. And this is just a perfect example of that spontaneous decision in action. Think about it. The second person didn't wake up this morning planning to answer the phone. It just rang, and boom, they decided to get it. That is the perfect time for will.
Okay, let's grab our second tool now. This one is going to. And this one's all about a future that you've actually thought about beforehand. It's for your plans, your intentions, and for predictions where you've got some evidence.
So yeah, if you've already made that plan, if you've already decided, you use going to. And if you can see something right now that makes you pretty sure what's going to happen next, yep, going to is the tool you need. See, the key word here is evidence. You're not just taking a wild guess that it might rain. No, you can literally see those dark clouds right now, and that physical proof is exactly why you say it's going to rain. All right, our third and final tool, the present continuous. This is like your high precision tool. It's for those fixed, solid arrangements, the plans that are basically locked into your schedule. So we pull this one out for future plans that are like 100% arranged. Think appointments, booked tickets, meetings with other people. If there's a specific time and place already set, this is probably your best bet. See, this isn't just some vague plan. It's a totally fixed arrangement. You probably called the office, you booked the time, it's in your calendar. Using I am seeing just makes it sound so much more concrete and definite. Okay, so we have our three tools. Now let's line them up side by side to really see the difference in how changing just one little word can change the whole meaning of what you're saying. Looking at it this way, in a table, just makes it all click, doesn't it? Look at how you can see a sort of scale of certainty here. At the very top, I will probably travel is just a thought. It's pretty vague. Then, in the middle, I am going to travel, that's a solid plan. But at the bottom, I am traveling on March 15th, that is a fixed arrangement. I mean, you can practically see the plane tickets, right? The words you choose send a direct signal about how certain that future is. So really, when you're trying to pick between will and going to, it often just boils down to one simple question. When did you make the decision? Deciding right now, as you're talking, use will. Already decided before you even started the conversation? Then you want to use going to. Simple as that. And hey, just a quick heads up to help you avoid two super common mistakes. Just remember, after will, the verb comes right away. No to in between. And for going to, you always need that little verb to be, am, is, or are. right before it. Just something to keep an eye on. Okay, that's enough theory. Let's actually put this new toolkit of yours to the test. We'll use a quick real-world scenario. Time to see which tool you'd reach for.
So, picture this. You see your friend, and they're really struggling with some heavy bags. You want to help them out. So think about it. Did you plan to help them yesterday? Or are you making this decision to help right now, in this very moment? Which tool fits the job? And if you said will, you are absolutely right. This is a textbook case of a spontaneous offer. You see the problem, and you decide right on the spot to help. I will help you is perfect. So there you have it, your complete toolkit for talking about the future in English. Next time you're talking about your plans, just ask yourself, how certain is this? Am I making an offer on the spot? Am I talking about a plan I already made? Or am I confirming a totally fixed arrangement? Now you've got the tools. So the real question is, what are you going to do next?
Auli International.